Welcome to the Digital Marketing Warrior YouTube channel, the place to come to be inspired in creating your wealth. In today's video, I want to share with you how to eliminate fear from your life. This may be one of the most important mindset videos that you ever watch. If this is your first time here and you're watching this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out when I roll out some new content. It's no secret right now that we are going through uncertain times. Day by day, it just seems like we don't know what will happen. I don't think I have to tell you what's really going on right now that has been going on for over a year now. And it seems like all hope can seem lost, that we can be fearful of what's going to happen next. And because we're fearful, we tend to think that it's over for us. But I want to share something with you that can help you put this into perspective. This may actually help you turn everything around. Have you ever heard of the movie Life is Beautiful? If you haven't watched that movie already, I highly recommend that you do so. You can actually find it for free on HBO Max, or you can get a copy of the movie however way you want. But this movie takes place back during the time of World War II when it was going on. And the story centers around Guido and the love of his life, Dora, and their son, in which they were just living a happy, simple life until all of a sudden that Guido and his son got forced into the Nazi concentration camps. And rather than act like everybody else and be fearful of, oh my gosh, we're gonna die, we're not going to make it, what the enemy is saying is true, he decides to do this for his son. Guido just frames the whole situation, even though it is as bad as it looks. He frames the whole situation as a little game. This is so that he can help his son cope with this challenging situation that he's put in. And it breaks Guido's heart that he cannot tell his son where they actually are. Because if he tells him where they actually are, he's afraid that he could end up being fearful. And so he decides to frame this whole situation as a game. And I love how Guido is just so optimistic throughout this whole entire bad situation that in spite of it, he chooses to look for the good in the situation. He chooses to focus on the good rather than be so focused on the bad. Because it's very easy for us to focus on the bad, the negativity of a situation. And so this actually helps Guido's son go through this whole nightmare that they're in. And in the end, his mother and him are saved. So what can you take away from this brief synopsis of this movie that I just shared with you? By the way, if you haven't already, I don't want to spoil the whole movie for you. I highly recommend. It's a must-watch for you. Again, the title of the movie is Life is Beautiful. But what can you take away from that brief synopsis that I just gave you of that movie? Well, you want to understand when it comes to eliminating fear, we don't want to eliminate all fear. Some fear can actually be a good thing. It can help us, let us know that, for instance, if we're standing on the edge of a cliff and we know there's jagged rocks at the bottom, that fear can help guide us into, okay, we shouldn't be jumping off the cliff and landing on those jagged rocks because we know we could get killed by doing that. But we also don't want to put so much emphasis on that fear. We don't want to be so focused on it to the point that we completely forget how to live our lives. So really, what it really comes down to is the reason why you're being so fearful right now of not just by what's going on, but you're just being fearful of living your life in general is because in your conscious mind, you have thoughts of worry and doubt. That's where all fear starts from. It starts from worry and doubt. Now, how do you conquer that worry and doubt? It's by getting an understanding, applying that understanding, and having faith. You gotta be mindful of the kinds of thoughts that are circulating in your mind. Because whatever you perceive, you bring into reality. Remember that. Be mindful of the thoughts that you're consistently and constantly focusing on, because you will bring more of what you think about and what you truly believe in. Be mindful of that. And just going back to the Life is Beautiful movie, had Guido not chose to focus on the good of this nightmarish situation, as horrible and horrifying as it was, he could have easily chose to give in to that fear and display to his son that, well, this is it for us. We're all gonna die. There is no hope for us. But he chose to be mindful of the thoughts that he was thinking. And he knew that his son was watching. So he had to show him that even in the most horrible and nightmarish of situations, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that you can make through it. You can get through any terrible situation that you're put in. You just gotta be mindful of the thoughts that you're putting in your head. Choose wisely which thoughts enter your subconscious mind, because you get what you truly believe in. If you develop that strong mind, if you start today to develop that strong mind and choose to focus on the good in spite of the bad that is happening right now, it will pay you great dividends in the long run. Now, if you're watching this right now and you'd like to know more in depth about how you can start to change your mindset around, how you can start to go from being fearful into living the kind of lifestyle that you want, pay close attention to what I'm going to be saying here in the next minute. There will be a link directly below in the video description for my #1 recommendation for mindset transformation and my best recommendation for building a remote business online. I want you to click on that link, opt in with your best email. You'll be redirected to a page with a video presentation on it. Watch that video presentation all the way through, lock in your spot, and get positioned as soon as possible so that you can go ahead and start transforming your life. This can absolutely be the year for you in which you start living your best life right now, and you start to heal your life. With that said, this is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video today. Have an amazing day, wherever you may be, whatever time that you're watching this from. I'll see you on the next video very soon. Take care.